Okay guys, this is a thorough walkthrough of the PWRUP Grip 2. I'm going to walk you through all the features, components, design decisions, sort of a behind the scenes walkthrough about why we made some of the design decisions that we did. The biggest change overall, if you're familiar with the PWRUP Grip 1, is the fact that we are not printing this on FDM printers anymore, and I think a lot of you will be very excited to hear that. This product is made from 5 different vendors coming together, each making their own component. And these are professional factories making the real deal products. This is not a DIY Etsy product anymore. So let me go through the various components and what they do for you. So the biggest part that we're very excited about is this very slim T6 aluminum frame. And what that does is allows it to be super thin. Look how thin that is. That's just like a few millimeters thick. And what that means, what's the benefit of that, is that it just gets out of the way. So you're really maintaining maximum contact with your pocket, not with our grip. The point of owning a pocket is to play the pocket, enjoy the games, not to be distracted by some accessory. So we really wanted to just get out of the way of your hands as much as possible. So one of what we did there is increase the rigidity to keep it so thin. If you just make it really thin, it's going to be floppy. So we paid to have a custom tool made to have these formed ribs put in there, and those keep it very rigid despite it being very, very thin. Great there. Then this metal part is painted, color matched to the black pocket. So it's a perfect color match. It is then laser engraved with our logo, designed in Germany, that's where our designer is, and then made in China, that's where the various factories are. On the other side, this interior surface, the entire thing is flocked. Flocking is this sort of velvety material that you find inside glove boxes or fine jewelry boxes. And what that flocking does, unsurprisingly, is create a buttery soft protection for your pocket when you're sliding it into the grip. Every single contact surface inside of here is all coated in flocking, including the top surfaces as well. All right, so moving on to the handles. One thing that we should note on this product, the tabs, these that hold the grip in there, or hold the pocket in there, are about 50% smaller than the tabs that were on the PWRUP Grip 1. Benefit of that is that your fingers are always further away from these tabs. You never really want to touch a tab. That's not a pleasant experience. So they're further away. You're never going to make contact with them, no matter how much around these buttons you're pressing. So that was great. Moving on to the handles. The handles come in 2 parts. There's sort of the core or the shank. That's this component right here, and it's made of resin, not FDM. This is resin that's been polished and painted, again, color matched to the black pocket. And we chose that because it is seamless. A injection molded part would have a seam, or it's called a witness line, where 2 parts of the tool come together and you'll have a seam there. On a resin part, there's no seam. And the benefit of that, everything we do has to have a benefit for you guys. The benefit is that when you touch here, it's super smooth and it just feels entirely continuous and uninterrupted by any sort of artifacts. And it just feels awesome, super smooth. Let me try to give you a really close up here. I'm not sure if the focus will let me do it, but I'll take some close-up photos. It is a flawless finish. Not like the days of FDM printing. Okay, this plastic or resin component goes down to about here, and then this thick foam boot goes over the shank and is held in place by a very, very strong adhesive. It's not coming off. In fact, it's not a sticker anymore. It's actually a structurally molded part. So it's very, very firm and rigid, but it also gives you a little bit of compliance. If you were to squeeze it or grip it during an intense session, it conforms to your hand. Unlike like a PS5 controller or Xbox that's a hard shell. This gives you a little bit of compliance, and it feels more like a high-end race car steering wheel, Alcantara. Very, very similar to Alcantara, and we chose this foam for that reason. All right, and that just gives you a nice full feeling right there. All right, one more part that I wanted to show you, and this is an important detail. This rim right here is sub-flush to the top surface of the pocket, and what that means is there's no lip. When you go here, you're not having to lift your finger over some lip and feel that like every other grip on the market. Ours is zero overlap, and that I really wanted. It just feels so much better when you're holding it. Again, you're maintaining contact with the pocket, not our product. This right here, this is the main reason. Another thing, we don't need gimmicks to allow you to press these buttons. The biggest problem with these buttons is that your hand is in the wrong position without a grip to access them. If your hand is in the right position by using our grip, your fingers are much more easily positioned to access these buttons, and it just feels a whole lot better without adding any other components that could break or fall off or rattle or anything like that. So that is a major upgrade as well. So that's the PWRUP Grip 2. If you have any questions, hit the chat button on the bottom of our webpage, or email us at hello@powerupnow.com. Thank you so much for the support. For those that bought a PWRUP Grip 1, it allowed us to fund the development and production of these units. Thank you.